Hey everybody, Brandon here from CAD Intentions, and in today's 2-Minute Tuesday, we're going to be taking a look at the divide and measure commands within AutoCAD. These things can save you a ton of time when you're doing drawings, and I'm going to show you how they work and how to use them efficiently. If you guys like this tip or want to learn more about AutoCAD, don't forget to check out my AutoCAD productivity course. It's an hour long, it's packed full of tips, tricks, and workflows that are going to save you guys time. I'm going to put that link up above and down below. It's discounted right now, 20% for any viewers and subscribers. Just use that link. Let's get going. All right, so first up, we're going to take a look at the divide command. You can find it up top on your ribbon here under the Home tab and then the Draw drop-down flyout. You can see it right here. If I hover over, you can also just type in divide to activate the divide command. All right, so a quick rundown of what this command does as we start it here. So I'm going to click Draw, drop down again, and just choose divide. It's going to ask you for an object to divide. Now this isn't going to break up your object, but what it is going to do is place AutoCAD points at a specific interval along your object. So the divide command is going to let you choose how many segments you'd like the object broken into, and it's going to equally space these points along it, creating equal distances between each. These aren't going to be exact distances, but they're all going to be the same. So they're all not going to be, say, 1 inch or 1 meter. They may be 1.2 or 1.4, but they're all going to be equal distance along the object. So I'm going to choose this curve here, and it's going to ask how many segments. I'm going to say we want to break it into 5 equal segments, and we're just going to hit enter. Now it's going to look like nothing really happened here, and that's because this places AutoCAD points along your object. So if we deselect the object, you can see now these points have equally divided the object into 5 segments. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what you could do from here, if you'd like to see these segments better, you can go over to the Utilities dropdown on the top right here of your ribbon Home tab, and go Point Style. You can also type in P type for your point type and choose something that stands out a little bit more. Let's go with one of these more creative ones down here. You can adjust the size of your point as well in here. I'm just going to leave it as default. So now you can see it's placed these larger points at each segment intersection. Now, if you'd like to actually split up or divide your object, for that you could use the break command, which is BR or break. Select the object, and for first point, just hit F to choose your first point. And what you're going to want to do is snap to each node. So you can see I don't have node selected as a snap option. So down here on the bottom right, we're going to turn on node, and that's going to let me snap to the node point of each of these divisions. So I'm just going to select it twice, and it's going to break it at that point. We can do the command again. I'm going to select the object, type F for first point, and click twice on that node. So that's the start and end breakpoint. We want them both to be on there. And you can do that again for each of these points. So that's going to help you save a bunch of time if you need to, say, split up an object and equal distances, or just show a division point at certain intervals. So that's the divide command. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I think it's pretty straightforward, and it can be a super helpful command when the time comes that you need to do these equal divisions. So now you can see I've got my arc divided out into 5 segments. You could delete the points now or leave them. Let's try it again on this one here. So I'm going to type in divide. I'm going to select my object here, which is a P-line with curves in it. It's going to ask me the number of segments. I'm going to say 10 this time. And you can see there that all of these points have been placed, splitting it up into 10 equal distances. Again, I'm going to go up to the point styles here, And we're just going to change the percentage of the size here down to 1 so they're less intrusive, but you can still see them. So maybe you don't actually want to break up this line, you just want these points so that you can now draw segmented lines or intersecting lines off of it for some reason. Maybe you're doing a property layout or line work, and that's going to help you equally split up, say, frontage along the property line. All right, so jumping into the next command, measure. You've pretty much already learned it by listening through this last portion on divide, but I'm going to show you quickly what it does. It does the exact same function, but instead of equal distances to split it into a certain number of divisions, this one's going to split it up into a specific distance or measurement. So we're going to choose the measure command from up here. You can also type measure and enter, and then we're going to choose an object down here. So I'm going to say that the length of each of my segments is going to be 2 inches. So now you can see down here that it's now placed a point every single 2-inch increment or 2-meter increment, whatever units you're using. But the one downside to this one is that every one of these spaces is going to be the 2 meters or 2 inches that you set it to, except for this last one, because if the line is not equal in an increment of 2, you're going to have some leftover. So if we measure this distance at the end here, you can see that the distance is 1.25 inches. So just so you know, this command is great, but the last segment or last distance is not going to always be equal to the rest that you have chosen, unless the line happens to be perfectly even to the measurement that you've chosen. Hopefully that makes sense. I know it's a little wordy and confusing. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions about measure or divide or any of the other videos, don't forget to leave a comment down below. And again, I've put the links down below and up above to my AutoCAD productivity webinar if you guys would like to learn some more tips, tricks, and workflows to help speed up your AutoCAD drafting. Have a good one, and cheers. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to check out my last video right here. And don't forget to subscribe up here to make sure you're up to date and you see all my new videos. Thanks again. Cheers.